All right, all right, all right. Yost with the most for today. As usual, it's usually me. I'm finally wearing the GrubHub polo shirt, and I like it. It's a little heavy, a little thick, but not too hot today, so I'll take it. I appreciate that. Guys, we're gonna go for 42 thumbs up today. We hit 41 yesterday. We're going for 42, so let's see if we can go for it. I think we can. I know we can. Be sure to subscribe and turn those notifications on if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it. And my already 8 a.m. And I've been on since 8 o'clock this morning. What's up, Rich? 8:45 from Burger King. Ended up picking that up, dropping it off. Got another order for a diner. And the payouts were decent. They were like the first one was like $8 and change. The next one was like $7 change. Then they sent me another order to go to the other side of the region. I had accepted it, and it was a pretty solid order. It was like $9 and change. So they unfortunately they unassigned it. I was on my way to go pick it up, and then they unassigned it. I guess there was a driver that was closer. Then after that, I ended up getting a whopper of an order from the health food place. I mean, it's a nice shirt. And what's funny is when I walked in for my second delivery for the diner, I forget, the owner was there. This woman is the owner, and her daughter works there. And I forget, one of the other people that worked there, they were like, it's right on his shirt, it says GrubHub. So they all started cracking up. I was like, man, this shirt really works. But I mean, honestly, when they see someone walk in with a delivery bag, I think it's pretty obvious, that it's a delivery of some sort, And a lot of these restaurants are on GrubHub, Uber Eats, and not Postmates, GrubHub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. So it's got to be one of the three, at that point in the game. So it is what it is. Yeah, it's too humid. Oh, so you have one of these, Greg? One of these black ones? Gotcha. I read you. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Just contracted. It is a nice shirt, I gotta say. It's a nice shirt. I think it would be cool if they just had regular black t-shirts as opposed to a collared shirt, because I just feel like when I'm working outside and stuff with a collared shirt, just like when you start sweating, it starts rubbing up against your neck and it gets itchy and stuff. Like, I don't know. The good thing is I'm already up to $42 right now, and I'm about to pick up this order that's like $7 and change, which could potentially at $49.50. And yesterday it took me forever from 8 till 2. I was only at $50 at 2. So today's gonna be a good day. Today's a good possibility that we could make $200 if the orders keep flowing and grow. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. We're going to put some hustle behind that muscle. It's time to put some hustle behind this muscle. You can swim, can't you, darling? You're going to have so much money you can swim. So much money. Actually, I think it's time to complete that Joe Rogan podcast with Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk. Here we go.
Jamie was just telling me the other day that Instagram makes it so you can like people's comments now.
Yes, it's a new little feature. They've been, as you know, Jim, it sounds like you're really getting deeper and deeper in this game. Like, they've been innovating very fast. Tons. Snapchat today put out a way for you to link out to websites. So there's just movement. There's always movement. Facebook is definitely going to launch stories in Facebook.
Yeah?
Because, they just launched it in Ireland. So I've already seen the preview of it. It's out. So that's coming. So that will be interesting to see what that does. So plenty more to come. I think Facebook should become a television company. Like, I think they should actually come out with a television. And then I think when you're in
an actual television?
An actual physical television, this is just what I think they should do. And when you're in your feed, you see something, you just click on your television.
Oh, it does. Don't do that.
Facebook, listen to me. Just go better track record. If you want to talk about fighting somebody,
Facebook,
you want to fight Tumblr.
Greg, wow, yeah. So, anyway, I wanted to wait until a few more people here, but I guess I could tell the story. Talk about, I guess, coincidence or whatever. That $26 payout that I did from the health food place, I was there at like 10:50 to pick it up. And I had to wait a while. It was a big order. So I get there, and the manager that I usually deal with is like panicking. He's panicking. He's like, I said, hey, did the guy come by yet? And he goes, I don't know where this kid is. I don't know where he is. And I'm like, don't worry, he'll be here. I said, did you call him? He goes, yeah, I spoke to him. He said he would be on his way. So, 10 minutes goes by. It's 11 o'clock now. I'm still waiting for my order. The catering order's ready to go, and the kid has to be there for 11:30. So the manager calls him again, and the kid, he's got a heavy Spanish accent, so it's kind of hard to understand him. Sometimes he doesn't understand English that well, but he's a really, really good guy. So and he works really hard and everything. So it is what it is, He's learning. So. The manager starts getting a little crazy, like, where are you? This food's got to be there at 11:30. He goes, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And it just keeps getting later and later and later. The manager starts getting more and more nervous. And he at one point he's like, Pete, is there any way you could take it? I said, I can't. I got to deliver this one to Heineken, and they just sent me another order. I got to go pick up on the other side of the region. So he starts cursing and panicking, not really at me per se, but he was getting nervous. The kid gets there at like 11:25, and it has to be there at 11:30, and it's like a 10-15 minute ride just to get to Morgan Stanley. So I don't know how it's gonna go. I wish him all the best. I hope they give him a nice big tip. Hopefully my bad situation could be his gain, but I don't know. I'm sure I'll find out later about what happened. I hope they take care of him. And you know what, like I said, if the kid does get a $50 tip, it's still a win, which means, although I didn't get the $50 cash tip, I'm still doing great today. I'm doing well. Just think about it. If I had given up my block, I wouldn't have gotten that $26 payout. I would have been wasting time. And it's busy right now. So it just goes to show, man, that I had to stand up for myself, and it worked. Even if they give them $100, it is what it is. The Billy Crystal boys. I feel like it doesn't really sound that much like Billy Crystal. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of Billy Crystal and like analyze this and analyze that and like City Slickers and all that stuff. Mr. Saturday Night. Like, I was just trying to think of it. I feel like it doesn't really sound like Billy Crystal. I feel like it sounds like somebody else. I don't know. But yeah, that's what happened. So maybe on my vlog today, I'll do like the finale of what happened with this delivery once I find out some more information, because I'm sure I'll see one later. Yeah, you never saw the movie City Slickers with John Lovett, Jonathan Lovett, John Lovett, and I almost said Howard Stern. Oh my God, Daniel Stern. The guy who was in Home Alone that played Marv. You never seen City Slickers? They made like 3 movies. And they're looking for a treasure. They're like looking for gold, and they team up with that guy Curly. You don't remember that? Ah, okay, well, I guess it's a Billy Crystal voice. Ah, yeah, where is this kid? I'm not gonna lie, man, it's hilarious watching that guy panic. You know, it's just like, dude, you gotta hire, you can't be relying on people that don't work for you. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna be a high priority. I mean, for me, whenever someone, you know, it depends on me, I try my hardest to be there on time and do right, you know, but not everyone is like that. And it turns out this kid was doing GrubHub deliveries, which is what screwed him up, you know, and what made him take so long. I'm surprised he didn't have to go drive there himself if the kid didn't show up. He was trying to get me to do it last minute. I said, there's no way. There's no way I could do it. There was just no way.
Listen to Joe.
There's a lot of TV companies out there. You know, no one's gonna buy your fucking TV. Trust me. You're gonna make a lot of TVs. They're gonna be sitting in a warehouse somewhere. I can't wait to Gary Vee's gonna be. I made a mistake. I made a mistake for the TV.
The GrubHub shirt. Yep. Jesse, what's up, Jesse? Everybody slam that thumbs up button like you never slammed it before. It's a nice shirt. It's a little heavy. It looked like it was a heavy material. I didn't even check to see what kind of material it is. I'm assuming polyester because cotton is a little softer. It's money time for sure. I'm already up to $42 for the day, man. I'm picking up a $7 and change order right now. So that's going to put me right around 50 bucks, $49.50 right there. And just think about it. Yesterday was, it was even worse. You know, I was at 50 bucks by 2 o'clock. What's up, James? The dry shirts. Yeah, it could be. Thank God it's not too hot today, so that's the reason why I wore it. William Carnley, what's up? Everyone slam that like button. Let's go for 42 thumbs up. All right. Let me go grab this food. All right. Be right back. Polyester. Oh man, I was just talking with one of the other drivers. He's one of the guys that watches my videos. Oh man, sneezing up a storm. Shoot. Woo. Sneezing like, what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna go this way.
I'm gonna say, and in this keynote, look at this great clip for 2017 when I predicted.
Why would they get involved in selling TVs? What would be different than their TV?
When you own the...
Anybody buy that when you could do like a little Google Chrome thing that sticks right into a USB port and just shoot it right from your Android phone and instantaneously goes to your TV?
If you make the best product,
I don't think so,
has
Kevin.
Permission to play in anybody's space.
So if you make the best TV.
But Sony had no permission to go in the video game space until they made the fucking PlayStation. Everybody's like, what the fuck?
Right.
Right? Like Netflix wasn't supposed to produce the best of content.
Right, but that's a difference, right? Like there's a platform if you're selling a console that makes video games, and then you have to hire a bunch of people to
I don't think so,
for that,
Christian.
or,
No, you don't. you're the razor and the razor blade. Like Facebook could be just, first of all, Facebook,
razor and razor blade. What do you mean?
Like you just become the platform. Other people can make it. Like Sony didn't make those games.
Right, but they hired people too. They made some of their own games.
Yeah, but they mainly bought from other producers. Right. But more importantly,
they created a platform.
And when you have the kind of money
it.
that Facebook has, Facebook can go out and buy the number 4 TV manufacturer, steal 2 people from Samsung, and they're in the fucking game.
Right, but everybody already has a TV. Like getting them to buy a Facebook TV.
Yeah, but one more time, and you know this, Joe. Like we used to have Sony TVs, now we have Samsung. I mean, like.
Jamie, you with me on this?
No.
I'm with both of you. I mean, I see what you're both saying.
If he's saying both of you, if he's saying I'm with both of you, you know, I'm leaving.
No, Jamie's super honest with me.
Jamie, this is historic.
He also knows that I'm not connected.
To be historically correct.
Yeah, it's a great point because you brought up that Snapchat sneaker thing a few weeks ago. At least that's what I saw a few weeks ago, and I think that's a great point. It's not going to work for everyone.
It's a good idea if you want to go broke.
But it's a brand thing. Like,
go ahead, put all your money in Yeezys.
You know what's interesting? But you know what? Wait a minute, that was actually where I was about to go. You just walked into it. I'm fascinated by the following. The fact that you even said Yeezys 3 years ago.
Right.
Everybody, you would have never said anything but
no,
Nike.
but you don't understand us. The reason why I say it is because he buys Yeezys and I mock him on a daily basis.
I get it. But
I think they're the shittiest, fucking goofiest looking sneakers I've ever seen in my life. And they sell like crazy.
Bingo.
There's a lot of retards out there.
There's a lot of retards out there.
You know, I'm of the age when UFC started, when mixed martial arts started hitting the scene, right? Royce Gracie, like way back. It feels like a voice. I apologize. So, you know, what did everybody say about that? No chance. Fucking stupid.
Well, that's different.
No, it's not.
Sure,
it's
it is.
No, it's not.
He understands fighting.
At the fashion is primal. It's the way we express each
Yeezys
other.
are definitely not primal,
yes, they are, brother. Yeezys are primal.
That stupid stripe that they have, the color stripe on the side, Christ.
It's harder to duplicate.
They look like shit. Incorrect. Trust me, 5 years from now, you're going to be making fun of those things. Hang in there, buddy.
I have on my feet right now.
Those are pretty dope. I like
those. I've been wrenched like 4 or 5 times, and that's because they resell for $700, and they're like $160 shoes.
But those look better. Those are Jordans. They look cool.
I never wore a pair of Jordans in my life.
Really?
I hate Michael Jordan with my entire heart.
Wow.
Yep.
Whoa.
I'm a 41-year-old Knicks fan. And
is that just because you're a Knicks fan?
If you're a 41-year-old Knicks fan out there right now, fuck you if you bought Jordans.
Can't believe what you're saying.
Yeah, dude.
It's not the Knicks championship.
That's right.
So you're just loyal because he's a really good basketball player. You're loyal to the team that he crushed.
Oh, God.
60.
I fully respect that. I respect and understand he's the greatest basketball player of all time.
Right. Is he still? Is that still Jamie?
That is probably right.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you want to get to wilt, and there's some different ways to debate that. Here's what I will say. You can I hate when people argue with me on this. You can separate respecting somebody's skill set and thinking they're a piece of fucking shit.
But you only think he's a piece of shit because he beat your team?
Yes.
That's it.
Isn't that more than a fucking enough?
I guess. See,
like Tom Brady, choke. Would be phenomenally happy with that.
If he died?
No, listen, I don't want to go there because I get a lot of people
listening to this shit.
But if he retired after Sunday, I'd be real happy. Real fucking happy.
Like that he's really good and he wins.
Correct.
That's so weird.
At the expense of my team.
See, about that whole my team. I understand if you own that team, but you don't own it yet.
No, it's my escape. Joe, it's the one place I get to escape. It's my 3 hours fucking 16 times a year where I can recalibrate my whole fucking insane life.
Well, I'm coming in from a weird perspective. A weird perspective as a person who's a sports fan because my sports that I only watch are martial arts. And as a fan of them, I'm a fan of performance more than I'm a fan of a person. So I'm not a fan. Like when I watch people fight, I'm a fan of whoever wins the fight. I'm a fan of how they win it. I'm a fan of what goes down. Not a bandwagon fan.
I'm kidding.
I'm a fan of technique.
You love the craft.
I love the craft, and I also love moments. I love someone dominating a moment.
I think that is exactly right. And I love when I don't have a horse in the race.
But you always have a horse in the race when it comes to basketball
and football. I used to in hockey and baseball, but my teams won championships, and then I get out.
All right. So you can, no baseball. So if you could appreciate someone who's a bad motherfucker who breaks the home run record.
That stuff I get excited about. That's why I love that. That's why I like boxing so much for that. I tend not to have a horse in the race. I usually root for the underdog.
That's a good move.
Yep.
Yeah, it feels better when they win.
Yeah, that's usually my default.
Yeah, when someone is the favorite and they beat the shit out of someone, you go, well, I saw that coming. Yeah. Like when Tyson was in his prime, those were weird fights because they were executions.
They were.
You know, like they fought Bruce Seldon.
Those were real events. Bruce Seldon was post. By the way, Bruce Seldon had no, that's Smoking Bert Cooper, who I think of as when I think about Bruce Seldon because they had a similar body shape.
Right, jacked.
Smoking Bert Cooper knocked down Holyfield in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I thought he had that fight.
It's a great fight.
So excited.
It's a great fight.
Holyfield's
a stud. Holyfield is a fucking stud. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great boxers. Tyson had something going on where
it's pop culture.
Yeah,
It's
he's an executioner. Yeah.
It's pop culture when they transcend into pop culture. The problem with that, a lot of times, is I feel bad for those who meet Ronda, right? Like, the drop-off is so extreme when you get to become a cultural icon.
Yeah, but she's a real weird case because she's essentially done. So you got to wonder, like, her mindset when she was winning was this mindset of a destroyer. She would go in there and smash these girls, and she was all in. But then she got wooed by Hollywood and all the distractions and movies and TV shows and all that nonsense, and then bought into a bad strategy against one of the best strikers in the sport and fought the absolute worst way she could have fought against that elite striker and got fucked up. And once she got fucked up, man, the wheels came off. She takes a whole year off and then comes back again and just gets annihilated.
Like,
and
really
now
annihilated.
And now she's essentially done.
Here's my big
point
point
crazy.
on MMA in the modern world. If you lose the entire fight within the time of an Instagram post, you're in deep shit.
You are, but you're not. See, because she beat Kat Zingano in 14 seconds, and Kat Zingano still...
Thank you, Shay. What's up? Guys, let's see if we can crush it and get 10 thumbs up. Alright. Got a little lost in that building. I've been making an effort to try and take stairs more, at least going down, you know, because chances are you probably get downstairs faster, and I ended up on the wrong side of the building. So I'm at $50 right now. I'm about to make it 57. Come on, buddy, pass. Back to the Joe Rogan podcast experience. Yippee-ki-yay, ki-oh-ki-yay.
On the mix. And MMA math is it doesn't really work. Kat Zingano stopped Amanda Nunes. She beat her in the third round. But Ronda Rousey, after that fight, armbarred Kat Zingano in 14 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
I get it. And
it's bananas.
You know what's really cool about MMA? I've said this, you might have caught this, Jim. It's the closest thing to entrepreneurship because everybody loses in entrepreneurship. But?
I iced, actually, my pedal foot and my left foot Achilles tendon are what hurt. The pedal foot is obviously from gas and brake, and the Achilles tendon is just from wearing flat shoes that don't have a lot of support, because that hurts a lot when I walk. But I iced them both last night and it felt good, but they're hurting again today. So that kind of sucks. But thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Boxing's funny. That loss really dangles. It's devastating, that loss. I've been more fascinated from afar, and I'm not as deep into sport.
This episode of Team PTD's Ride Along Lifestream has been brought to you by Adidas Moves for Him. Not that I know of. I feel like a doctor would have told me that at some point. I don't believe I am, though.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there is an absolute different level because the way the sport is structured, there's an acceptance by the fan base of the loss in this sport that I think is very different than boxing. It's like it's a scarlet letter in boxing. When you're coming up, you need to keep it clean.
Right, you want to be undefeated. You want to be an undefeated contender. It is a big factor. And in MMA, almost no one is undefeated except Nurmagomedov. He's one of the very few guys that's a top contender right now that's undefeated, and he's just a destroyer. But, you know, he's rare. He's very rare. Most people at the top have lost a couple of times. What Conor showed when he lost, he showed the ability to regroup, take it on the chin like a fucking man, make no excuses whatsoever, and jump right back in and win. And that's super, super rare. He's a phenomenal individual in visualize things.
What's up, Dave? Hold on one second. I was not able to read that. Hold on, I'm coming up to a red light. Pete, are we now able to directly contact the customer on app version 3.12? I don't care when I Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Honestly, I had that on 3.11 as well. But yeah, absolutely, Dave. Absolutely.
Belief in himself is just unflappable, and incredible confidence and ability to operate under pressure. That's the big thing, is being dwarfed by the moment. Being dwarfed by the moment happens so many times.
So much.
People allow those negative thoughts to creep into their mind.
All those eyeballs.
It's a lot of fucking eyeballs, baby. A lot of eyeballs and a lot of doubt.
What was the biggest audience you performed? What was the first time you took a quantum jump? Like, what was the number? Did you go from like consistently doing like clubs, and then what was the first time? Like, what was that? Because I had a very weird thing happen to me with speaking. It was always like 500, 300, 49, 80, and then I got this weird gig for Remax National Convention at the MGM Grand, not like 15,000.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, it was such a
What is that like?
I mean, I would do it every day if I could.
It seems really bizarre, right? Like a detachment from the people?
Yes, but I focused on the people that were closest to me.
Okay.
It worked for me.
Yeah, that's a good move. That's the way to do it. And while taking into account all the people that aren't right there.
Correct.
Yeah.
What about for you? What was the...
Well, I mostly started out with clubs for a long time. I mostly did clubs. And then as I started...
All right, guys, I'm at the next pickup over here. I'll be right back. Don't nobody go nowhere. Oh, so this is really funny. That was a quick pickup. They had it right on the little rack with all the to-go orders. This has to go right back to the same building.
Places and...
To the same office.
Sold out was in...
Wow, that's hilarious. To the same office. Wow, that's awesome. I didn't even realize it. Let me see something here. What am I at, 57? I'm at $57 for the day. I'll take it. This is order number 5, I think. Order number 4. Yeah, I think this is my 5th order.
Denver, which is like 5,700 people. So that's a different experience, man. It's just weird. It's weird. Someone's addicted to their phone. Someone's addicted
I have another
to their
meeting.
phone. You have another meeting tonight?
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight?
Doing a biz dev meeting.
Really?
Yeah.
A business development meeting tonight
Mm-hmm.
after 10 p.m.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
I normally...
And you live in New York, so this is 1 a.m. for you.
Yep. And I left at 4 a.m. this morning because I had Chicago meetings.
You on speed? What are you doing? Popping
No,
pills?
my brother still has a weird... No, I'm like, seriously.
Are you super
what do
clean?
I have? I'm super...
do you have?
I've never even tried smoking a cigarette.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
whoa.
good. Smoking a cigarette's probably not a good move. No pot, no nothing?
No.
No?
Much to the chagrin of every one of my friends.
Maybe make you a little bit more creative.
I just think I have natural something. Because my brother...
Passionate, you're engaged. If you're engaged, you're excited. You
know what I am?
Energy.
I'm grateful as fuck.
Well, that's good too.
If you really asked me what the slight variation
Mazel
is,
tov.
I think it's gratitude.
Gratitude's huge.
I
It's
think
gigantic.
I think gratitude is a real drug.
I think it is too.
So I'm just grateful.
Well, it's certainly fuel. It's energy, and it's warmth, and it's a feeling also that's very attractive. Like other people recognize true gratitude, and they get excited by it too.
Yeah. And perspective.
Yeah.
I think perspective is another one.
Yeah, perspective is good. You know, being honest and humble, and that, yeah, you work hard, yeah, you bust your ass, but yeah, you're also like super lucky just to be living in America. Super lucky to be healthy.
400 trillion to 1.
Yeah.
Your dad might have decided to jerk off one more time the day before,
Right.
and we wouldn't be here.
Damn.
400. Your mom might have wanted to take a quick glass of wine. Like 400 trillion to 1, the odds of being a human being. No, seriously, I know I'm getting this a little weird thing, but like, we're going down this path, like, I'm fascinated.
TCB, I wasn't able to read that whole thing. My buddy delivers stoves and stuff, told me that he delivered to someone's house, and the guy opened the door in a Speedo, and oh, Jesus Christmas. Why? Oh, that's horrible. And he knew there was a delivery coming. That's just messed up.
By that.
Yeah, no, it's real. It's a real statistic if you think about cum.
Understand that you can end up on your dad's chest instead, or napkin instead of like becoming a human.
True.
It's humbling.
Yeah, it is in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But once that happens,
on a napkin,
you become a human.
Yeah, once you become a human, even then, the odds of being fortunate to have good health, fortunate to not have have the fuck beat out of you by your parents.
That's right.
Or being in foster care with abusive people, or a million different factors.
You're going down the path that I think about on a daily basis. I also had the misfortune of 3 of my 4 grandparents dying before I knew them, because everybody died in Russia in their 50s, because everybody's fucking miserable from communism.
Yeah.
And then, so I haven't had a whole lot of death in my family. Like, I've had it all. I mean, it's real good. And so I'm grateful.
Gratitude's giant, man. It's really good. And you know what? And you can extend that gratitude. Like, there's a lot of people that woe is me. But god damn it, you just need to look at it in a balanced perspective. There are people in parts of the world that would fucking literally kill to be in any position that anyone listening to this who's woe is meing right now.
You know what the problem with woe is me? Nobody's fucking listening. My friends, let me tell you who's listening to you complain. Either the 2 or 3 people that kind of have to because they're your parents, or your other fucking losing friends.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck. That's the problem. What people don't understand about complaining is it has a 0 ROI.
Right. And also excuses. Excuses are terrible. They're the worst thing you could ever do is give yourself a reason why you're not successful or not happy or not this or not that.
It's always
well, it's easy for you to say, Gary.
Yeah, because
your dad fucking owned a wine store, bro. You're fucking, you're so...
You got it, Kevin. Always keep it G. All right, let me go drop this off. Then we're gonna be on. We're going for it. I'm calling it $100 before 2 p.m. Let's do it. Hey, I'm more than halfway there. March is still going. I love it when I come back. We still got people here. We got more likes on the video. I love it. So I'm just gonna wait here for a second, see if an order comes through. Actually, no, I'm stupid. I better head towards where all the restaurants are.
I get it.
Oh, my dad used to hit me with a belt.
If anybody's need it that looks like you, that's it. That's it. There's a blueprint. So, I get it, man.
What is even making it, right?
Well, that's your own definition.
Is anybody happy?
That's it.
Is anybody that's in similar circumstances to me and you?
Whoa.
Learn from them. Learn from them.
Do we have a Trevor? Is there a Trevor Barnes in here? Trevor? I just got a $10 PayPal donation from Trevor Barnes. If you're in here, thank you very much. I owe you moderator privileges. Trevor, thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to say your name like that. But I gotta hook you up. Ask for a tip as long as you're professional. I don't know if I've heard about that. I mean, that's at your own risk. I personally wouldn't recommend it, but that is completely up to you. Completely up to you.
That's it. That's it.
It must have happened.
The's a blueprint.
Yeah, that's up to you, Jay.
I get it, man. Listen.
What is even making it, right?
Well, that's your own definition.
Is anybody happy?
That's it.
Is anybody that's in similar circumstances, did they navigate their way better than you? Learn from them. Learn from them.
I think for me, the journey is the fucking addiction.
So you just love the whole puzzle of it all, the game.
It's you know, it's funny. I was listening to you about like fighting and the performance. That's how I feel about business. Actually, buying the jets is going to be the worst day of my life.
Because then you're going to need a new mountain to climb.
Yeah.
Now you need to buy an island. Yeah. Start a country.
No, I don't want that shit. No? I want. You know what I want? What? I want to build a honey empire.
Honey.
I want to build
like bees.
I want to build one of the most successful business things ever, and I want to do it in a way that I treated my employees and my business partners in a honey manner.
Oh, okay. Not actual honey.
No, honey, like honey and vinegar. But
right.
Like, yeah.
More honey than vinegar. Right.
Correct.
Right. You get more.
I was super pissed when Steve Jobs was the icon in Silicon Valley, and all my young friends started.
Hey, Tony Tones, we get that money in so many ways. I just realized we had 11 thumbs up. There we go. 11 likes. We're going for 42. Let's turn that 11 into a 12. I'm going to, TCB. Thank you. I really appreciate it, man. That's awesome. Yes, finally. Finally. Wow. Ooh. Boy, oh boy. $397 payout. That's a no tip. Do I take the risk or do I reject it? Wait a minute. Let me see something. I'm gonna reject it and see what they give me. I want to see what I just rejected it. I want to see what they give me. Because I'm literally gonna go right to that place. It's not too far down the street, so we'll see what happens. What's up, Virgil?
Started becoming dicks to their employees, thought they were getting more out of their booking narrative. I fucking hate that.
But I wish I knew what the actual truth was. I wish I got to see him communicate with his employees and see what it was that freaked him out. Like, was he really a dick, or did he work with a bunch of ne'er-do-wells or lazy people or fools, or, you know, what is it? Number one, what? He wanted to be number one. For sure.
He was a dick.
Finally wearing it, Tony.
Listen, truth is, back to the way you got steroid use of Hugh and Troy, I don't know.
Right, I don't know
It's
either.
super hard when a whole lot of human beings are saying it would work for him.
Yeah, I think he was absolutely, completely obsessed. And I think for a lot of people, that really wasn't what they wanted. They wanted a job. You know, they wanted to do good at their job.
I'm obsessed.
Yes.
But I deploy empathy. I know that other people have other goals and wants and needs, and that shouldn't come mine, even though it's my company, it shouldn't come at their expense. It's my job as a leader to how to provide for them and figure out what's left for me to do what I do. That's leverage.
Right, but what he wanted to do was create something unbelievable.
So they just gave me a $6.32 Burger King order. So I'll take that real quick. Those usually go pretty quickly. It's right around the corner.
Unbelievably powerful, and he had this super vision of it, and he wanted everybody else to share that vision, but not really necessarily sharing the rewards of it, which is a big problem, right?
Nonetheless, listen, I don't know shit about him to critique it. Here's what I know.
I don't like turtles.
Ready for this? Ready for this?
I don't like turtles.
The bottom line is, he impacted an entire generation of young 25-year-old Silicon Valley CEOs who weren't smart enough and decided just to be assholes across the board for like 2 years there, and it really sucked.
So you would know that. I don't know anything about that. So explain to me what that was like. Because you might as well be talking.
No, not yet, Christian.
That whole era of like Web 2.0, that second wave, that 2004, that Kevin Rose, right?
Christian, I noticed you like to talk about lunch.
And, you know, and Zucks. And
I noticed you like to talk about lunch. I like to talk about lunch too.
and Williams and the investors, Sokka, and all these characters. It was just a crazy thing. You knew you were sitting in a game. It was kind of like Hip Hop 85. Like, I would go to these meetings, I would be in San Francisco, I would hang out with them, and I just fucking knew. I even have videos in 2009, like, saying this shit. I just knew. I was like, these are going to be the fucking characters that are going to be the next icons of the world, because they're building the products that everybody's going to pay attention to. And there was a lot of things going on. At first, it was poor as shit. Like, these kids really just wanted to save the world. Right? Like, let's make the world better with technology. And you started having assholes like me come in who had commerce ambition. And I'm like, yes, you save the world, but let me own 10% of the company while you save the world. You know, like,
right.
You just thought because they were 22 and wore a hoodie that they were going to invent the next.
I gotta check the Streamlabs thing. I haven't used Streamlabs in a while. Streamlabs was from when I was doing live streams from my laptop at home. But Super Chat is only on accounts that have over 1,000 subscribers and accounts that have over 4,000 watch hours and are a partner channel. The only partner channel that I have is my main channel, the Pay to Drive channel. So this one, TTD and PTD Vlogs, the only way to donate is through PayPal or Streamlabs. The Streamlabs link should have worked though, but then again, I haven't checked it in a while. So, whoa, that was a move of moves. But I really do appreciate it, man. That was very kind of you to do. Virgil, I'm gonna need you real quick to hit that like button, Virgil. With all your might, with all your power, with all your strength. And Tony Tones. Sometimes, Tony, it's boring most of the time. You know, especially when you're not driving places that, like, you really want to go to. Always the buffering. For a second, I was like, man, why are there so many cars here? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's the lunch hour. Oh yeah. We be burning, not concerning what nobody wanna say. Oh, I said, hey, Virgil, you gotta hit that thumbs up if you haven't already, my man. All right, I'll be right back. Whoa, 13 likes. I love it. I love it when you guys like it. I'm getting pretty hungry, though. That ain't no lie. Hey, Poppy. What are you doing?
Yeah, there's a lot of pros, right?
You understand that there's a big difference between being an entrepreneur and being a successful entrepreneur.
Right. Yeah, huge.
But market right now, everyone's like, oh, you're a CEO. Like as if you won. That's like me saying I'm a basketball player. I play basketball. No, I'm not making any fucking money.
Right.
And so, yeah, we have a real issue in fake entrepreneurship right now. Everybody thinks, it's cool. It's crazy to me how cool entrepreneurship became. When I was a kid, being an entrepreneur meant you were a loser and had an idea. You're laughing because a lot of youngsters are listening. You don't know. Back in our day, entrepreneur was a word that you rarely heard. I used to think I was a businessman. That's what I said, not an entrepreneur.
You must hear a lot of really shitty ideas
for a living.
Yeah. Because I get some emails sometime, and I'll get one paragraph get the fuck out of here. What is this nonsense? And I'll just delete it. But you must get that all day long. It's hard to separate, right? How do you find those little diamonds?
Sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. You have to take your L's. I have an email that I always look at from a good guy, and he worked at a company called Air Bed and Breakfast. Joe at Air Bed and Breakfast. Gary V, we're a huge fan here at our company. We'd love for you to invest. Never even replied. Now Airbnb is worth a lot of money.
A lot of fucking money.
Email from my boy Ben Lair, founder of Thrillist.
Saw that a glasses company was going to be giant.
Not me, but other times, Venmo.
Zappos.
Knew it right away. It happens. I mean, it goes both ways.
I saw Amazon.com. I was like, bitch, how much money are you going to make selling books?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow,
I'm from the generation where people made fun of my dad because I didn't open a
We don't have them
store,
here.
And I went on the internet.
Right.
They're like, the internet's a fad. Youngsters.
Yeah, Christian, we don't have Mo's up here. Oh wait, yeah. Wait a minute. No, I'm stupid. They have them out on Long Island, but in my area we don't have them. But I remember it being pretty good. It was basically like a Chipotle, if I remember correctly. Pretty good.
The internet itself. Forget about is Snapchat going to be here in 5 years?
Sure.
Back in 1994, 5, 6, 7, 8, people were like, the internet's not going to be here in 5 years.
Go earlier than that. When IBM first came out with their home computer, people were saying it's ridiculous.
Of course. That's
that's a joke.
The telephone is not a viable product.
Yeah.
As one said.
Yeah.
But people
yeah.
Depends, Trevor. It depends on what part of Jersey we're talking about. I mean, right where my apartment is, I'm right near one of the bridges, not the George Washington, near the Tappan Zee Bridge or the Mario Cuomo Bridge. And, you know, literally takes me 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Liquid apple pie. What is liquid apple pie? What does that mean? Liquid apple pie. It's very random. But yeah, I mean, that's like 15, 20, 25 minutes away, maybe. Off 287, exit 15. And then you're right in like the Mahwah area. Is that where you're from? Trevor, Jersey?
And nobody saw a lot of things coming.
Moonshine.
So what should we do, Gary V? Let's wrap this up.
Yeah,
what should we do? What should people do?
People should fucking stop complaining.
Right.
People should figure out who the fuck they are.
Good call.
People should not listen to America propaganda of fixing the shit they suck at. They should be trickling down at what they're good at.
What do you consider? What do you consider to be South Central Jersey? What area? Man, do I want to stop and get some chili right now?
They should be competent in certain areas, but you're not gonna become Beyonce.
Like Newark.
Or, you know, like your bone structure is a certain way. Like you're not gonna solve everything. Your IQ can get a little bit better, but don't worry about the incremental.
Is that like English Town in that area?
On fire, and you're halfway decent at. If you're lucky enough right now to be listening, and you're good at what you like, become tunnel fucking vision. Because there's way too many voices telling you what and how. And here's the other thing, and this is the big one, because you have a humongous audience. The biggest thing that I've had the conversation with the person that's holding you back. The reason most people who are listening right now are not doing that thing is they're worried about the opinion of somebody. Usually their mother, usually their father. And the reality is that your spouse may be the person holding you back, and you have to have that conversation.
Cut them off.
We have to get to a place where you're doing you, because the number one thing that scares the fuck out of me is regret. And you're gonna sit there at 72, and you're gonna say, I wish, I wish, I wish. And whether it's money or spend more time with your family, there's a million ways to do this. Not everybody wants to buy the jets. Not everybody wants to smoke weed on the beach in Bahamas. Like, everybody's got a different fucking thing. Figure out what your fucking thing is and stop making fucking bullshit excuses. Who the president is, your mom did this, like I missed it, I had that idea for Uber. Then why did you fucking do it, dick? That's what I think.
Better words have never been spoken. Gary, you're a bad motherfucker. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having
Pleasure
me,
meeting you.
Real
So
pleasure.
glad you did this.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow, episode 911 with Fuck Alex Jones. That's right. You heard it. And Eddie Bravo. Holla.
Wow. The infamous Alex Jones episode with Eddie Bravo right after Gary Vaynerchuk. That's awesome. I love listening to podcasts, man. I really do. I don't know if this is considered copyright infringement. I have no idea. I'm just kind of winging it. If anything, I mean, it could be considered criticism, like a critique, a review, if you would, an analysis. You know, I'm just enjoying the programming. So Joe Rogan, if you're watching, or Joe Rogan's peoples, or peoples, come on. If Joe Rogan's people are watching this, don't flag my videos. Just talk to me. Send me an email, paytodrivechannel@gmail.com. We'll talk. I'll take the video down if you want, but don't flag it. But on that note, let's listen to more Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan in the morning. Joe Rogan in the evening. There's a very awkward fork in the road. Wow. Wow. So I'm over $60 right now. I still got a whole nother hour here. Go zapping. Who's still here? Give me a 111 if you're still here. Wow, dude. You are dragged. Oh, no, you're Virgil Davis. Virgil, I gotta ask. Is the original Kentucky Fried Chicken still standing in Kentucky? I'm sure you get that question every so often. I'm just a dumb Northeast Yankee. Really? Have you ever been there? What was the number? It was 249. 249. Hey. Hey. There she be at the age of 103. South of State. Gotcha. All right, I'll be right back, folks. See the real popular ones that I haven't seen. Bill Burr. Working hard. So this is the Joe Rogan podcast with Bill Burr.
Yeehaw,
the
Bill
comedian.
Burr. And live. You're looking very slick. You look like a professional, man.
Oh, I was doing television this morning. As I mentioned to you, I just did Colin Cowherd's show, and I run out of button-down shirts that I could wear on TV. Because I always go button-down jeans and whatever, nice pair of shoes. I'm not a sport coat guy, but I was just like, I had to like go back and Google image myself on the show going, what did I wear last time? I couldn't tell what black shirt I had on. I was like, oh, God, I got to throw a sport coat on. So I'm sure I'll get trounced for that.
Oh, you did?
Like, what are you all, Hollywood now, man? Trying to look good? So, yeah, that's why I'm dressed up here. I'm the best dressed man in podcasting today.
You are right now, for sure, at this moment. I'm amazed that you actually looked to check to see if you were wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, I'm happy today. Just makes them better at it.
Oh, I see.
Because I don't want to do
I never have, Christian. Not yet. I delivered to a fire station once.
Get somebody to come in.
That was cool.
To get you in a
I got to go up and down the pole. That was fun.
In a unique way, it actually makes me laugh, and then there's entertainment for me. But if it's the same old tired shit, I don't know.
Ah, gotcha, Virgil.
My socks. I didn't know that you're not supposed to have socks that kind of cover your ankles. Like, these are acceptable. See that? Because they're kind of tucked
those
away.
Were women's socks when we were kids,
yes.
And they had a little ball on little bunny rabbit tail on the end. They were the Chris Everts.
What happened? Remember, you should have...
And your shorts barely covered your junk. That was it.
Exactly. Now everybody's shorts go down their knees and their socks are non-existent.
Yeah, but the short coming back up, and I don't like that.
You don't like it?
No, there's been a lot of that. And then that's the anti-man who's so comfortable with his masculinity. You know those hipster douchebags? So they're like literally wearing like the old running shorts with the slit going up the side, like Macho Camacho.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Who the fuck wearing those?
Not a bunch, but I've just seen enough. And you just look at the whole thing. It's like they
deliver
literally
to
look
a
like
jail.
they could go do some Ron Burgundy sketch or something, but it's how they walk around and they act like, oh no, just like these shorts.
I put a picture of my sneakers and my socks on Instagram the other day, which is not a smart move anyway. Like, why did I even do that? I just went running for 3 miles and my sneakers and socks were covered with dirt. But the amount of people that just shit on my socks, it's like,
What's wrong with it if they cover your ankles?
that's it. What's wrong with those socks? I don't know, but
I don't know, but there is something wrong with them. I can't put my finger on it. I don't like them either.
It's that ribbing around the
You know,
ribbing's the issue?
it ribbed for her pleasure at the top, and then like your sneakers too. You know, if you're gonna go run in dirt, like those are the ones that do it. They look very like artsy though. That looks like some shit my wife would appreciate if it was on a canvas. You know,
the socks?
No, the design on your sneaker. You know that modern art thing.
Yeah.
The lines go this way and then they go that way, much like life, and then they intersect. You know, that type of shit. It's just like, why don't you just draw a house?
Did you ever go to LACMA, the LA County Museum? Don't go. You'll go crazy.
No, I don't. You know, I think the most important. I would enjoy the tram ride up. Like, this is fun.
No. Nope. I live in New York. I'm not even a sports fan. $10 on the Modell's clearance table, like the fitted hats, because you know I'm bald as shit. So yeah, was it which UFC fighter, Tony? Was someone well known, like legit UFC? But yeah, I pretty much just wear these hats because I look like crap without them. So look. I look like I'm in my 20s, 40s. 20s, 40s. See what I mean? I think I have the personality of a 18-year-old. So. No way. Everyone tells me, like, when people try and guess my age, they always ask, like, what are you, like, 26, 27? I'm like, eh, close enough. My GrubHub hat is somewhere.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
of,
I don't know who Robert Whitaker is.
With like ridiculous weird glasses, like the cover of the frames is always some, you know, some statement. You know what I mean? Some splash of color to let you know that they have a personality.
Yeah, and
I'm probably just intimidated.
No, you're not intimidated. It's nonsense. I went there and I mean, we've talked about this before, but there was a box, like a plexiglass box on the ground. That's it, an amber plexiglass box. And I thought it was like some sort of like maybe a stand, and then like the exhibits going in on. Nope. The box was the art. That's it.
Right.
Nothing in it.
Every art form has that. Every art form has their plastic box. Like, no, this is stand-up.
There it is, right
This
there.
is a stand-up comedy special. Oh, well, it's kind of amber, a little like
I mean, I guess.
Vista Light.
I guess, but it's just a fucking box. I mean, it looks like something you would go get at Crate and Barrel.
I could build that.
You easily could build that.
You give me some glue and you give me the pieces.
Meanwhile, it's probably worth 30 grand.
I know, and it's just like, I would literally put my feet on that in a second.
You should.
Do you know, you got this book in front of me here, Dear Reader, Kim Jong-il. He looks like the kind of person you'd run into in a museum if he had, like, sexier glasses. That lunatic will probably somehow hear this and actually go out and get some. You know, that he skinned off of a dog.
He's dead.
That's not his son?
No, that's the dad.
What's his son's name?
Kim Jong-un.
Oh! Well, it's definitely his kid. They look just alike.
Did you see
Dude,
that?
they had chowing. How many dumplings do they have a fucking day?
Tony, how did you meet Shia LaBeouf? Shia LaBeouf. Hey now. What's up? Oof. I was bartending back in the day, and he came in way screaming, just being. Well, that's how he is, Tony. Like, ever since he like lost his mind, that's pretty much what he does. But where were you bartending? Like, where was this? What state? What bar? What's up, Lillian? Carl Weathers is cheap? That's too bad. I kind of met Carl Weathers at a convention one time. Which bar was it? Do a YouTube search for Carl Weathers sandwich. Oh, meatball shop. Yeah, look up Carl Weathers sandwich on YouTube. It's by a channel called Oddball Matt. All right, I'll be right back, guys. right. So I'm at basically $70 right now, $69.93. Come on, baby. $100 by 1 o'clock, by 2 o'clock.
France. These guys are walking around
Plump.
Yeah, like they're on their 6th kid.
Yeah.
Dad bods. They're so smooth and hairless too. They're just fucking creepy. I love them.
Did you see that? What's that guy's name? Basquiat? How do you say that guy's name? Basquiat? That Basquiat painting that went for $110 million?
No,
Want to see? Yes, it did. You want to see what $110 million buys you? Want to get grossed out? This Japanese gentleman who bought it, some super billionaire character who apparently has another one that he spent 50-something billion or million on.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's when you're like eating endangered species for breakfast.
Eating endangered.
That's just a fucking painting. That's $110 million.
I mean, that looks like some shit I drew when I was a kid. My parents put it on the refrigerator, like, yeah, it's great. There should be like notebook, like, you know, that confetti that hangs off the side.
Yeah, what's with the tic-tac-toe on his head, too? What's that about? It's got tic-tac-toe on his head.
Hey, Joe, it's whatever you want it to mean, man. It's art. It's up to your own interpretation. I like the blue. I always found blue to be soothing. The guy looks a little disturbed. Was that him trying to find his place within the eyes of white America?
It's like the left corner.
Is that what
it's
it
like
is?
he was a little kid and he fucked up and he just scratched over it. Like the A and the B, but he made the B backwards and went shit. And so he just scratched over it and just left it there. Like, look at that. What is that?
It's what you want it to be.
$110 million. That's what it is.
And there you go. That's LACMA right there. They would kill to have that piece hanging in there.
Oh,
and there would
yeah.
be all kinds of women with weird glasses riding that tram up there to go look at it. Rub their chins.
With their gay friends. Look at him. Look at that guy. Lost bastard.
No, he's killing it, dude.
You think so?
Yeah, look at him. He's in great shape.
Look at that haircut.
No, definitely no conditioner, huh? No. I can't tell if his hair is just starting to go gray. Yeah, but isn't that like a billionaire genius? Like you're so good at business that you forget to put conditioner in your hair.
Yeah.
And you get like sleep coming out of your eye.
Like
It's
Bill
just
Gates.
some hottie just like fucking hoses you off in the morning. Just wear this. I just keep thinking.
There was a video that I watched the other day of Elon Musk from 1998 when he was first becoming a billionaire, and he bought $1 million car, and he had his $1 million car delivered with his girlfriend at the time. And got rid of.
At the same time, and you, my girlfriend, put her in the trunk.
But it's so funny to see him as this young dork who's just making shit tons of money, and his hair's all goofy, and he has this $1 million car delivered.
Who's this?
Elon Musk, the guy who owns Tesla.
Oh, Tesla. Okay.
Did you see what he's doing now? The video's hilarious. Have you seen what he's doing now? The Boring Company. Do you know?
They make like electric jets or something.
No, they're boring holes underneath Los Angeles. He's going to bore these earthquake-proof tunnels, and they're going to put sleds on these tunnels that go 125 miles an hour. So you drive onto the sled, it locks you in, and it shoots you from like downtown LA to wherever the fuck you're going. Is this it, Jamie? So this is how it works. You drive onto this sled, and it drops you down.
This guy just gets it.
Look at this. It drops you down below the surface of the earth.
You can't, Virgil.
And what are these?
These are sleds. So your car is
That
in
is
this sled.
fucking amazing. I want that to happen.
It's gonna happen. This crazy fucker, he's gonna make it. And these sleds, I mean, you can't crash into anybody, so they can go stupid fast. So they're going 125 miles an hour.
Now, they're created by men, so at some point, somebody's gonna tighten something down.
Well, those Teslas don't have the best
Yeah, Rich,
service,
that's happened to me.
like record, as far as or reliability record. Sam Harris has broken out twice already. And I know another guy who got one and his handle stopped coming out. Like, you go near it and the handle comes out.
You gotta break into your own electric car.
But look at this, another guy gets to get in there. There's gonna be a line, traffic jam to get onto these fucking things. But look at this passageway system that he's devising. It's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be these passageways all throughout the bottom of the earth. So underneath the surface of Los Angeles will be all crazy. But of course it's gonna cave in. right? It's gotta somehow compromise the structure of the city, right? All these buildings sitting on top of it.
I don't know. If anybody can figure it out, I think that's beyond my my background. You know what's even more amazing than that is that Japanese billionaire looked like the Japanese Charles Bronson. If you go back, I love Charles Bronson.
He does a little bit.
He does. He's tough.
Like Charles Bronson in The Mechanic, like that one.
I've seen all his fucking movies. I love all that. I haven't watched this cologne ad that he did over there. Oh yeah.
What did he do?
You saw the softer side of him. Oh yeah, he's like taking his shirt off. He was spinning around the apartment. Yeah, it was very not Charles Bronson. That's back when stars would do. For some reason, only in this country it hurt your career if you did a commercial, but you could always overseas, do something like that. You could just.
It used to hurt their career, but it doesn't seem to anymore.
Like no, not only does it not. Now it's like a move. Now it's like, why aren't you just going up vacuuming up this cash?
Yeah, like now Matthew McConaughey. Look at him.
Look at that! I'm telling you, I nailed it. He's got a Charles Bronson. He's got to work on the hair though. He's got the. Why would you tell people that you bought that and then that's in your house? Like,
right?
Did nobody learn anything from fucking Kardashians? Look at all the jewelry I got. Next thing you know, you're face down with a fucking. Why would you tell people that you bought that and then that's in your house? Like, did nobody learn anything from the back of your head? You gotta watch out with that. This guy's fucking. He's got 110. It was like $1 million ring. He's got like $110 million piece of art.
Well, the crazy thing about the Kardashian thing was that it was in Paris and she brought security with her. She had security with her. And they figured out how to get past security.
Yeah, but everything's better in Europe. Isn't that what
Guys, thank you so much for the 13 likes. Let's see if we can go for 14. Okay.
He says the criminals are better than our security.
So there's Charles Bronson. Oh, this is Charles Bronson late in his life too. This is like Death's Wish Charles Bronson.
Yeah, Paul Kersey. Yeah. It's like a mini movie.
Really?
Yes.
What was this for? What country?
Somewhere like in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. He definitely did do it here.
What a weird drive. The guy at the gate. Good night, Mr. Bronson. Sleep tight.
Now
he's driving off.
Drives like a man. Now all of a sudden, it gets. Here we go.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it gets real weird.
He gets
Grabs
a pipe
his pipe.
out.
Shirt's coming off.
What in the fuck is this?
This is a man getting paid.
He's got his pipe on and his shirt off. He's by himself.
Yeah, but you realize how jacked this guy was?
Oh yeah.
For back then.
Not only that, he was probably like 60 at the time. Like Charles Bronson, I believe when
you watching him the Tarantino shit here with him shooting guns and stuff.
This is late in his career too. I'm telling you, he might have been 60 here, because when he was in Hard Times, he was 50.
Mandem. That's beyond. That's the kingdom of a man. What you're putting on him there, Mandem.
1976, it says. Find out when Hard Times was. Oh, Japanese.
There you go.
Mandem.
And that works over there.
Hard time, what, 75? So he was 51 when he did that. Wow.
Jacked.
In the range. Yeah, well, look at him in hard times. He was fucking ripped.
I bet they sold a ton of that.
Look at that. That's a 50-year-old man. No HGH, no testosterone. Just fucking push-ups, sit-ups, and drinking milk.
And drinking.
He grew up in didn't he like work in mines and stuff in Poland or something? Yeah, those guys, all those guys back then, you know, what I like about those old movies, so many of them, is when you watch an army movie from back then, you're watching someone who was in the army and shot at people. So it's like, they actually, you know, Lee Marvin, like he was like one of 2 people to survive in his platoon. Got shot and stuff. He had, I think, a sciatic nerve issue or something from where he got shot or something. Like this guy lived like actors weren't, you know, what they are now, where it was a lot of pretend. I mean, Jesus, we've been over in Iraq for 15 years. I'm sure like, there's going to be the next Lee Marvins are going to come out of that. Maybe, I don't know. Do you remember when... I just say things, Joe.
I do too.
I just say things.
Who was that one guy that was like one of the first original movie stars, and he was a World War II veteran? Audie Murphy? Was that his name? There was a guy who was
most of them...
a famous war hero.
Yeah, most of them were veterans because of the level of the draft, but then it becomes, what did you do when you were there? Right. And it was like, some of them, you know, they were in, like, you know, infrastructure or whatever, and then there's other people that were actually, like, up front.
Yeah, Audie Murphy. Happening. This is the guy. He became a movie star.
Well, look at all this stuff on his coat. He must have done something over there.
He was a decorated. Okay, so he's one of the most decorated American combat soldiers in World War II, and then single-handedly held off an entire German.
That's the guy who ran up with the grenade.
German soldiers for an hour.
Yeah.
Wow. So then he came back and became a movie star, and like people knew. He enjoyed a 21-year acting career, and then it just stopped.
Well, didn't he win like the Congressional Medal of Honor? It's like most people don't win that and they're still alive.
Right.
So back then, like that was like a celebrity.
Yeah.
Like you had to hold off an entire platoon, a German platoon too, who makes Porsches and Mercedes. Like their level of guns that they had over there. Like our machine guns overheated, and theirs didn't. So if you killed a German guy, you threw away the American shit and picked up theirs.
$8.
Crazy. Yeah, one of my favorite quotes ever. One of the German tank commanders was saying,
"While I'm right here in this spot, I'm just gonna grab some chili from this spot." Oh, wait a minute! Oh my God! I just screwed up big time. Oh boy, did I just screw up! I should have just taken that spot. Oh no! Damn, Pete, you gotta pay attention. Oh, wait. I'm gonna take this spot right here. Ha! Right out front. There's 2 entrances to this place. There's one in the back, and there's one in the front. And this place is a pain in the ass to park. Always busy. There you go, Johnny. Not bad at all. My stomach is like seriously growling right now, so I need to get something real quick. I'll be right back. right. What's up, Vegas Vino? Mr. Vegas Vino.
Every one of their, were they had Panzers? Is that what theirs was called? And ours were the Sherman tanks?
Thank you, Johnny.
I think it was worth like 4 American tanks, but the Americans always had 5. We just totally McDonald's them, like billions and billions served. We just kept cranking it out. It was like, we got it right, and then there'd always be that last one coming over the hill.
Well, they had some massive cannon in World War I that apparently it took like 100 men to move this enormous
really,
fucking
Bob?
cannon.
It's been pretty good today.
Dan Carlin was talking about it.
100 blue-eyed men.
Hardcore history. What's that?
100 blue-eyed men to move it. They wouldn't let anybody without blue eyes move the thing.
Did Hitler even have blue eyes?
No,
isn't that weird? He was a dark-haired guy.
No, he didn't. He looks like a cab driver in Germany. He was everything he hated. That was the funny thing about him. Was not a good dancer. If you ever saw him do his victory jigs, evidently was afraid of dogs.
Really?
I'm just repeating shit that people said. I don't
German
know.
Shepherds. It is amazing the kind of engineering that German people have come up with. I mean, you think about Mercedes, Porsche, Audi, BMW, all of that out of this one part of the world.
No, and they evidently, a lot of the leaders felt, oh my God.
Look at that fucking cannon. What is that thing called? Most powerful gun ever built. Heavy Gustav railway gun. So they put this thing on, it looks like it's on tractor tires. It looks like a tractor, right? And I guess they drove this thing up. But it just had this, the way Dan Carlin describes it is incredible. Like this unbelievable shockwave. Everybody'd have to run a mile away when the thing was going off and plug your ears up just because it would blow your eardrums literally apart.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they show this thing going off.
What's wrong with people?
Oh,
how is war still legal? I just don't get how that's legal.
How's
you know
legal?
What I mean? Like, I can't walk into a bar, you know, and punch somebody in the face, or if they punch me, we like fucking go to jail. But like, this shit is like, can't these leaders just kind of solve things amongst themselves?
No.
They can't carve it up a little? Just, all right, listen, you take the Philippines and you give us Guam for the, you know, owners of football teams.
Isn't it amazing that, I mean, that we even have what's legal and what's not legal? I mean, what does that mean? We wrote it down on paper, we all agreed? I mean, think about the shit that is and isn't legal. The fact that war's on that list at all.
I like laws.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like what ones?
You can't beat the shit out of me. Can't come into my house and take my stuff. What am I going to do? What am I honestly going to do about it?
I was thinking about that when I was watching the...
Trevor, can you rephrase your question a little bit?
I was watching this frightful beating that Alexander Gustafsson put on Glover Teixeira, and it was just a...
Like, what do you think what do I want to do?
Eventually stopped him. And I was thinking, it's kind of crazy.
Something with entertainment. Something, I don't know what.
You agree to do this, everybody signs away, and then you go do something that anywhere else in the world you would get locked up for.
Get arrested. That happens in hockey every once in a while, where somebody goes too far and then the ball.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what do they do?
If you hit somebody in the head with a stick, that goes outside the boundaries of setting the tone.
That seems like a pussy. Hit him with a stick. You're supposed to punch.
Well, it's so weird when you got the stick in your hand.
Yeah.
It's the shit that you sometimes
no way, TCB. Definitely not full time, part time.
Fucking whack at the back. Like, there's no padding behind your legs. Just imagine it. Just taking a wood stick and just with NHL level strength and just giving someone a two-hander to the back leg. They break people's finger. Crosby almost took somebody's finger off this year.
If they get too far, like if it gets really, if they just open the rules up a little bit.
How do I pay them? I have an accountant.
You're gonna teach them Taekwondo.
I have a family accountant that handles it.
Well, dude, your spinning heel kick, man, if you ever learned how to skate, you'd be fucking dangerous. If you ever did that with skates on, that would be it.
That's what I'm saying. If you teach that to somebody, Teach that to somebody with skates. I mean, if you can hit someone with a hockey stick, why can't you hit them with a skate? Like, where are we drawing the line here?
You can't hit them with a stick.
But they do it. If somebody does it to you.
No, they slash and they do stuff like that. You can't club somebody over doing.
Even slashing. So okay, I'll just slash your leg out.
What would you rather have? Would you rather get hit by a piece of wood, and have a bruise there, or have somebody slash you with their skate?
I would absolutely rather get hit by the piece of wood, but I shouldn't get hit by the piece of wood. I don't play. I'd be pretty pissed if somebody hit me with a stick. I'd be like, you fucking pussy. And I'd want to hit him with my skate.
You'd be like the second coming of Ty Domi. The exact same build. He's a fucking guy who somehow was like my height and was considered a heavyweight fighter. And he's the guy, according to him, he came up with the grab them by right underneath your collar and then turn all the way sideways because he didn't have the reach advantage.
Oh.
And then he would wait for them to throw, he'd duck under and then come over the top. And dude, I met him one time.
Honestly, Vegas Vino, GrubHub and UberEATS sent me the tax information in the mail. I think the UberEATS one I had to go download from the website. I just gave everything to my family accountant. She handled everything and just told me where to sign. That's basically it. So unfortunately, I'm not a whole lot of help with that.
Great fucking guy, and he has like your hands. Your hands, you make like that, it turns into a hammer. It's the same thing. He has like these inexplicable, like bare fucking paws. And I might be a little taller than him.
Wow.
I remember when he tried to show me, when he grabbed the front of my shirt to show me, like you know what I mean?
What do they know?
I don't know. It's just that changes of it, because then you don't know. And the same way Halliburton changed, the same way Nissan changed from Datsun.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I wonder why they did that. Datsun, they made some good cars.
No, they always go over the cliff.
Toyota did that too with Lexus, right?
Kidding with the Datsun. I don't want to get fucking sued.
Honda and Toyota in this country, they both do the same thing. They have this weird division where they make a luxury brand for Americans. They don't do, like Acura and Honda, they don't do that in Japan. Like if you buy an NSX, which is their top-end car, it's a Honda. It's a Honda NSX.
Okay.
But in America, we're like, no. We need something. We need a better name.
No, but we have the space. Are you saying that they can't get a luxury car over there?
No.
Oh, that's just the name. Oh,
they changed the name in America because we don't want to buy a Toyota. We assume a Toyota's a cheap car, so they go, okay, well, we're gonna make a different brand of Toyota and call it a Lexus. It's like, okay, we're in. As long as you change the name.
Oh, okay. I was literally gonna make up without any research that because they were on an island.
They don't have anywhere to drive.
They don't have anywhere to drive, so they don't let them have the fast cars. Even that guy with $110 billion to buy a picture.
He's got nowhere to go.
No, he has like a Civic. He can't spend his money on cars, so that's why he buys the art.
You're a car guy, though. You know they have pretty fast cars. I mean, they have ridiculously fast cars. They have the GTR. It's one of the fastest cars in the world.
I know, but I've never been there. So
Japan?
Yeah, I just started to listen to what you were saying, and then that whole theory developed in my head.
Japan is small, but it's not that small.
No, it isn't. Can I mention F is for Family, that it came out today? That's why I'm here. That's why I dragged you out of bed or whatever you were doing to do the special podcast here, which I appreciate.
Season 2.
Season 2 of F is for Family is available to stream all of it. It took us a year to make it, and you can devour it in 5 hours.
Wow.
If you have food delivered. And then you can ask me when's season 3 coming out, which is what I hope you ask me, because that would mean that you enjoyed it.
I love this fucking show. It's a hilarious show.
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking forward to the season.
It's fun, and I work with great people, thank God, because if I didn't, the amount of work that it would actually be misery, but it isn't.
It's a lot of work, though. How much work does it take you? Like, it takes a year to make, but how much does it take? How long does it take you?
Well, I mean, the writer is like a 10-week, 11-week thing, and then you're recording as you go, and then you're looking at, the first drawing where they sort of rough it out, and you're like, no, I have Frank standing over here, and Sue's over here, and it just kind of, you just keep, then you rewrite, and then you're watching stuff, and it doesn't play, and then you rewrite it, and it just, it takes a year, dude. It takes like 10 months, and then the last 2 months is just going, okay, deciding on strategies on how they're going to promote it, which amazed me because I'm like, well, we'll fucking do what we always do, but like the changes so rapidly that even how we promoted it when it first came out in December 2015, you know, which is almost 2016. So now we're in 2017. Like a bunch of other stuff has changed since then. So I don't know.
Like what? What's changed? Like what do you mean?
I fucking knew you were gonna ask me.
Sorry.
I
Should I just let you go?
I can't. What was it?
No more questions.
No, they would just go in like they brought me in. Maybe this is my stand-up special. That's what they brought me in, and they basically showed me how everybody's Netflix screen is different. Like yours is different. Your homepage is different because they're just watching you watch TV.
Right.
Or they got this fucking thing that watches it. So the only way our screen with our top whatever would be the exact same is if we watch the exact same shit at the time, or maybe even the same age group. I have no idea, but
hang on, guys. Let me pick up this order. All right. Who do we still got here? Give me a 111. Okay, yeah, that's pretty close. Let's see what I'm up to now.
blown away by that. Like I just thought, like, you know, I would look and be, oh man, my special's on the cover of Netflix. It's like, no, it's on the cover of yours. And whoever else is in that vibe of like, you're gonna like this.
I have 3 different profiles. I have one profile, and then I have one profile for each of my kids.
Okay.
So I see different stuff. So I see that. So if I go to my kids' homepage, like if they want to watch a show that they watch, and I go there, I see just a bunch of little kids shows. I don't ever see anything that I watch. I go to mine, I see House of Cards, I see your special, I see other people's specials. So yeah, that's what they do. They're very smart with their algorithms. But what I don't like is this fucking thumbs up, thumbs down bullshit.
Can't do that.
What's that?
I was joking about that on my podcast. It's like Adolf Hitler, thumbs down. Orange juice after brushing your teeth, thumbs down.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Ice cream, thumbs up. A threesome with supermodel, thumbs up. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Did they really do that because of Amy Schumer?
That's the
No, that was already that
why would they do
that
though?
behemoth. When you're that fucking big, you can't make decisions that quickly.
But everybody wanted it to be. They're like, they got it for her.
Christian, get those spiders out of there. Puppies, thumbs up.
The star system is a perfect system. Everybody's used to it.
Yes.
We've been using it forever. It works.
Yes.
But what is the star? Does the star? Somebody told me the star system only applies. It's like geared towards what you would like. I'm like, how the fuck would they know that? That doesn't make any sense. And I heard that that's not the case. That it's basically just an average of all the people. Just like you go to Amazon and you look at something, you see 5 stars, and you see 175 reviews. That's what it is.
Right.
But somebody told me that the star system wasn't that. See if you can find that out, Jam. Somebody said the star system was based on whether or not you would like it. Like, that seems ridiculous, because I've never rated a fucking thing in my life.
Me too, Virgil.
Netflix.
I don't get any of these places, and I don't understand how any of them fucking work. I go old school. Like, I just try to, whatever I'm doing, I try to make it as funny as I possibly can, and try to work with the best people I possibly can, and then just hope it sticks. And if it doesn't, I can always just keep telling jokes. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea, and when I took that meeting with Netflix, I went in there like, this is a jerk-off meeting. Why did I drive all the way over here to fucking have a meeting on how to promote this shit? And when they sat down and they were done with the presentation, I was like, am I allowed to leave? Like, you don't do the Men in Black thing to me before I walk out of here so I forget all? That was fucking amazing. It was fucking amazing. Like, the level with which every goddamn, like, there's not one drop of water that rolls off the table. They're catching it all. I don't know how they, you know, I'm just not wired that way.
Well, that's probably good, though. There's only so much time in the day. Like, just to think about being funny and just concentrate and staying in your lane is probably the best option anyway. Isn't it?
I mean, it's working for me.
Yeah.
It's working for me. And then there's also
worried about algorithms and shit.
No. And then there's also a certain level of known that you don't want to get to, because then it stops being fun.
Right.
And then
Tom Cruise.
This, yeah. Well, early Tom Cruise, it was fun to be that famous, but before social media and everybody had a camera that they could pull out like Charles Bronson in that cologne commercial, then it just becomes, it's just something completely different. Like when we started in this business, like being famous was courtside seats and I don't know,
look at this
fucking mountains of book.
Here's it says Netflix star ratings were personal, had been from the start. That means when you saw a movie on Netflix rated 4 stars, it didn't mean the average of all ratings were 4 stars. And instead, it meant that Netflix thought you'd rate it 4 stars based on your habits and other people's ratings, but many people didn't get that. So how the fuck was Amy Schumer's 1 star? Everybody gave it.
All right, I'll be right back. Just check something. Okay.
So, how's that work then?
It was Sandinistan rebels. They just all got on, and then they threatened the people that liked her special, and that's how it went down.
Well, I guess in that case, what they did was they just said, look,
Greenpeace attacked my special.
So many. Did they?
Yeah, he just ruined all my chances for the rest. Right. I did this joke about trees, and they just didn't like it, and that's it for me. That's how it works now. This is a whole new world.
That seems weird though to me. That they wouldn't like let it actually be rated. That the ratings were personalized based on the shit that you like. But how the fuck do they know what you like? You just know what I watch.
Dude, it's a riddle wrapped up in an enigma. You're not gonna figure out a fucking worldwide. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they. All I know is I went in that meeting. I was like, this is fucking unbelievable.
Well, they're on top of shit. You know, the weirdest one is on top. You know, Alexa, the Amazon one. They're using it. They're trying to use it.
Sounds like a porn star.
Yeah, it does. I'm sure there's
coming to the stage.
Alexa. They're trying to use that. Alexa's a thing that you talk to. Like, Alexa, play Bill Burr's album. And you know,
I have no sympathy for people that bring that in their house. And because those mouth-breathing fucking morons will, someday it'll be mandatory that I do and get microchipped, and then that's going to be the end. Any sort of rebellion and whatever the fuck they want to do. That's it. The emperor can literally fuck a flounder on TV at that point, and they will be able to stop any sort of like fucking
any dissent.
Any dissent. They'll turn off your chip, which is your money. What are you going to rebel against? The slingshot? It's over. It's a fucking wrap. But there's too many mouth-breathing morons being like, well, what do I care if I'm not fucking doing anything? Those people.
Yeah. I've had that. I had that argument with a very smart person. When the NSA shit went down, they found out they were listening to all the calls. Guys like, go ahead, listen. If it keeps fucking terrorists from attacking, go ahead and not doing anything wrong. Like, wow, that's not what it is. Like, anybody can find out your email. They can go in your email and look at your emails and decide whether or not you're doing something wrong or right. Decide they don't like.
That once they have that jurisdiction, they could even if you didn't have anything, they could say you did.
Yeah. Well, they definitely can. They could alter your emails. They could do whatever they want.
That's why nobody gets whacked anymore. People used to get whacked. You don't get whacked anymore.
And he killed?
Yeah, you don't.
Well, they think that Seth Rich guy got killed.
Who's that?
Paying attention to that? That's
no,
the DNC.
I don't listen to shit. I just talk. I was just saying, you can just kill him in the media. All you gotta do is one dick pic. It'd be like, that is his dick.
I'll give you the conspiracy theory, and I give you what they know. There's a guy named Seth Rich. He's apparently a Bernie Sanders supporter. He's working for the DNC. He found out that the DNC was fucking
Democratic
over.
National Convention?
Natural, yeah. No, National, yeah. He found out that they were fucking over Bernie Sanders, and so he supposedly was giving this information to WikiLeaks. All that information got out. It hurt Hillary because it hurt the DNC. The DNC head of the DNC left and went. She resigned and immediately went to work for Hillary Clinton. Anyway, this guy who WikiLeaks says,
and there was no follow-up because once she resigns in mainstream news, that's the end of the fucking story.
Yeah, there was no follow. It was pretty outrageous that she immediately got hired by Hillary Clinton.
Right. But
anyway, the kid who was this Bernie Sanders supporter, his name is Seth Rich. He was murdered outside of his house, 4 o'clock in the morning. They said it was a robbery. They left his money, they left his phone, they left his watch. Nothing was taken from him, but he was shot in the back at 4 o'clock in the morning. So Julian Assange from WikiLeaks said that there are consequences for working with us and providing us information. So they're saying, you saying this guy provided you information? He said, that's just what I'm saying. There's consequences to working with us. And then there's this other guy, Kim.com, was this famous multi-millionaire internet character that's hiding out in New Zealand.
I was going to say, after he lets the information out, what is to killing the guy? Because you're not going to stop the information. What it is to stop other people from doing it because they'll all get creeped out by you.
To stop other people from doing it.
Is that what you're saying here?
To stop other people from doing it, 1, and 2, so that he can't testify on the depth of all the corruption that was going on in the DNC and who had organized it and who had orchestrated it. That's what they think. But what the fuck? But there's a lot of people that dispute this. And there was a redacted FBI report that people were touting out that turned out to be bullshit. And so now they found out that was a fraud. That the FBI report was a bullshit FBI report. So they don't know what the fuck's going on. But this guy's dead. So my point is, he got whacked. Whether or not he got whacked because he was working with, there it is, federal prosecutor found dead.
This guy got whacked this weekend, apparently.
Oh, Jesus. What did he get whacked for?
Don't know exactly yet.
Jesus, you guys just blew my theory out of the water.
Yeah, he's like 37.
There you go, 850.
Went for a jog in South Beach and found him with a gunshot wound to his head, I believe.
Whoa. Well, he might have fucking put somebody in jail, though, that was pissed off and waited for him.
Yeah, it's one of those, you gotta alter your behaviors.
What, when you put somebody in jail?
No, when you have jobs like that.
Oh, yeah.
You can't go home the same. People live like that.
Yeah, how do you live when you're a prosecutor?
Too dumb to ever get to that level of society.
Well, it's just an intense way of life, too. You work with criminals all the time. You're constantly working with people that break law. You're constantly trying to put them behind bars.
This is freaking me out. When did you start smoking a pipe?
Oh, I only have done it a couple of times. Stephen Crowder brought it in for me. I tried
How is it?
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's
not
a little
amazing?
annoying because it's not bad. I'll do it right now. I'll light it up for you.
I thought it would be amazing.
It's okay.
Both my grandfathers smoked a pipe, so I am
I like what it looks like. It smells good.
There's a place on the west side, the Tinderbox, that I've been meaning to go into.
That place on Wilshire, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that spot.
There's a place over there, and I've been meaning to go in there
and take up pipedom.
I don't know. I just like I like the smell of it. Mandem.
Oh, she's dead. We got another
Just
one?
go in there and throw your shirt across the room and start smoking a pipe. Well, Lee, why you like that? I'll tell you a little bit about F is for Family for people this season. Frank's looking to get a job, I should say, after getting fired at the That was some good active listening. Oh, Jesus. Is it weed you're putting in there?
No, it's tobacco.
Oh, I thought you fucking inhale.
No.
You don't inhale, do you?
No.
You just sort of put it in your mouth.
Okay, just give it a little up there.
Okay. Kevin's trying to get his band going. We got Laura Dern on the show. Justin Long, Sam Rockwell, Haley Reinhardt, Debbie Derryberry.
I think I might have inhaled the first time, did I?
Yeah, I thought you did.
I might have. Let's see how it goes.
David Keckner.
No, that time I did.
Yeah.
David Keckner's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's one of the silliest people I've ever met, and I love him.
Yeah, you guys got a great cast.
Yeah.
Do you like doing a cartoon? Is it as satisfying for you as doing stand-up, or is it just something different that's equally satisfying?
It's just fun.
Just
it's
fun.
You know what no. It's yeah. You know, like look, stand-up's my first love. So, but the thing that I love doing is I love writing for all these other people. You know, and I should say when we write for them, because everybody's in the room. And the biggest thrill I get is at the table read, beyond making, you know, the powers that be laugh, when the actors crack up and they can't get through the line. Like we got Mo Collins this year a couple of times, and she's a beast, man. She's just does so many characters for us, and a couple of times, like, it's just one of those things, like, man, if we're making Mo laugh, like, I know this is a good line. And we got this guy, Trevor Duvall is another guy. We got him one time, and Keckner's hard to get to laugh, though. He's such a pro, you know what I mean? And he'll say afterwards, this is some of the funniest shit I've ever done, but to get him, it's kind of a goal of mine.
To get him to crack?
Yeah. I've been in the booth with Laura, and we've gotten her a number of times. And yeah, it's Sam Rockwell, we've gotten him laugh. I just love, that's my favorite, it's like making another comedian laugh.
Right.
It's an extra level of, like, all right, you know, especially, you know, a lot of them, the caliber of actors, the material that they've looked at. So for them to say, and you can tell, you know, anybody can.
By the way, for those of you guys watching, I've done 8 deliveries so far. I'm at $78. I guess $100 by 2 p.m. wasn't happening today, but you know what? Nothing wrong with being at $78 now. It's better than where I was yesterday. So at this point, I got to take a look at the schedule. Yeah, I know. Me neither. You and me both, pal. Gaming. Me and you both. Let me see. What the hell is my schedule today? Let's take a look at the schedule. Wow, that cop is hiding. Holy hell. Boy, was he hiding. So I'm on 12 to 2. This block ends, and then 2 to 3:30, and then 4 to 6. I'm wondering if I should just go home, or what should I do? I don't know. What should I do? Maybe I should just go home and, like, chill for a little bit. I don't know. What do you think I should do? So maybe, because that's from 2 to 3:30, I mean, it's like random. My biggest thing is I do not like sitting around wasting gas, you know? And it's 72 degrees. It's not too hot today, but for me to turn the car off and everything, or just run off the battery, I don't like running off the battery without the alternator running, you know? I don't know. I could always go home until 4 o'clock and then come back on from 4 to 8. Could try that. I might do that. Yeah, I think I might just do that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do it. PS18. I literally just got off the highway. Actually, I wasn't even on the highway to begin with. I was on the service road. technically. Exactly, Rich. That's what I'm thinking, because my foot is killing me. Both of them, but you know what? I'm gonna ice my foot. Both of them. The Achilles tendon left. Because, you know, I still made $78. That's basically $80 right there. So, that, you know, that's not nothing. I know I'm not pulling any Jesse Carroll numbers here, but it's killing me, man. I need to ice it down so that I can get through the last 4 hours. So I guess we'll do that, you know. And what I'll do is I'll end this stream, and then maybe I'll pick up the rest on Pay to Drive or something, you know. Because I have a video topic. I thought I kind of did, but perhaps no.
Great. When you really make them laugh, you can't fake that. So I read the table reads are fun, because I think that's more like a stand-up show. And I really rehearse my lines, and I make sure that I sell the shit out of them, because I don't have to go back and fix them. You know, if they don't work at the table read. And that's something that I did accidentally early in my career. And then I learned what a big thing that is. Like the first acting gig that I got, I was doing some small movie or something. They had a table read, and I got there and I was overly prepared, and the lines worked. And then there was more stuff for me. And this guy said, "Hey man, the writers love you, man. You're just selling the shit out of your stuff." And I'm thinking in my head, I was just trying not to get fired. And then I was able to see how the game works, because there's actors that'll go to a table read, and if they don't like the material, they don't sell the stuff.
I was thinking of something like that, Virgin.
I don't think they understand how hard people work. So at least give it a fucking swing out of your cleats, see what happens. You know what I mean? But to go there and just sort of mumble your way through it, it's not a good position to get yourself into as an actor if the whole writer's room was like, "Oh, fuck this guy."
Yeah, wasn't that an issue on, what was that girl on one of those cop shows? Not cop shows, one of those hospital shows. Grey's Anatomy? Was that girl said she wanted to be removed from consideration for the Emmys because she didn't think the material was strong enough that year? And they were like, "Oh, what?
Oh, God.
This fucking..."
Yeah, no, and how writers command their money is through winning shit like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, being on a hit show, but if you're an Emmy award-winning writer, that's huge for them. That's like their fucking HBO special. So to screw, if they're gonna get, they were nominated, and she said, "I want to take that back."
Yeah,
wow.
She didn't want to be nominated. Here it is. Star shuns Emmys. Katherine Heigl this week said she had opted out of the Emmys race this year because she was not given good enough material to work with last season. That is fucking 29 years old on top of the fucking world.
That is just disappearing up your own fucking vagina.
Go back to that real quick. So that was
I don't know who that
ago.
is.
Exactly. Not really. No, she dropped off the face of the planet 10 years ago. She was a big star. She started doing movies. She did that movie with Seth Rogen. Knocked up. No, she's fucking dropped off the face of the planet. Now she's 40. And
38. Let's be honest here. She's 38.
Well, basically 10 years ago. 40 is 38. I mean, I'm 49. I'm 50. Trust me.
Oh, man.
That's what happens, though. That 10 years flies by, and nobody wants to do shit with you anymore. Now she's got a tainted word. She's got a tainted name. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's apparently softened her stance, and she's, apologized for her youthful exuberance. But
hey, we're dumb. She got in her 20s, we're dumb.
Yeah.
I give her a pass.
Dumb as fuck. Yeah.
I give her a pass. Poor girl.
Good for you.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, you do dumb shit.
Oh yeah.
In your 20s.
It's pretty dumb though.
Huh?
That's pretty dumb. That's ferocious.
I could beat that with a few things in my 20s.
But don't you think that's not like a rash decision? That's something that was thought over, decided, reinforced, said it more than one time, and then did it.
But there's a certain level of like, not only egomania with celebrity, but there's also paranoia. And I think that like you just it all swirls together in your head. And like, like maybe her thinking about an old acting, am I doing the work? Is this worthy? Like you got that fucking going on with, if you're just remotely a pleasant person, when you get to a certain level of fame, people are just like, you are just the most amazing, like, I sneezed and you said, God bless you. I mean, he is so down to earth. Like, you have to just fucking barely even be a fucking decent human being to just get Virgil. This avalanche of compliments.
Thanks
if
for
you got that
by.
going on, and then you got this fucking paranoia thing, like, is this the move? Is this what I wanted? Is this what I want to hang my hat on with this Emmy? And you just start fucking having your own inside the actor's studio with yourself.
Thanks,
I think
Virgil.
it's just a diss on the writers. That's what I would say. I would say what she's doing is just dissing the writers. She's just saying.
So in your world, it's a sketch. For me, it was a trilogy of a movie. I was really going somewhere with it.
Trilogy?
Three-parter. Okay. I was just joking how I built it all up in her head. You're just like, yeah, I think she's just being a cunt. They call him old brass tacks Rogan. Just gets right down to it.
That is my method. I'm more of a brass. I'm not really. I'm not
ground and pound. You ground and pound it. You don't feel them out in the first round. You take them right down to the back. Yeah.
When it comes to people like that, I'm like, oh, I've seen that before. I know what that is.
You go double leg takedown, and then that's it.
Especially the actors. I mean, I met a lot of nice actors, don't get me wrong, but maybe it's 50% of them? That's a bad number. Like 50% of actors are pretty fucking cool.
But you worked back when they could be a douche.
Ah, that's true.
Now you can't.
That's right.
Now you can't.
Yeah, people tell me.
Yeah, no, it's just because everybody stole all the movies and they stole all the music. You know, people are like, where's all the good music? I wish I was born during the grunge era. It's like, well, if this model existed back then, you would have ruined that too. Because you cunts don't pay for anything. So you get what you pay for. You get shitty movies, you know, about superheroes and all that. So now, that's what it is. It's going to be superheroes or, you know, some sort of whatever. Fucking, oh my God, am I 40 now? One of those comedies. And, yeah, what the fuck was my point? What were you even talking about?
People don't pay for anything anymore.
No, that's what I made it. That's what I made it. That wasn't your thing. I was talking about, oh, you can't be a douche now because the work's dried up. There's not as many of them. That's why there's like all these stars piling on like the Golden State Warriors every movie. Back in the day, like to make Ocean's 11 happen, when all of those people could have had their own starring vehicle and make all of this fucking money. God, I hope I'm right on this one.
You mean the original Ocean's 11?
No, even the one like in the early 2000s. The few times I did movies, everybody told me, you just missed it. You fucking missed it. It all ended in 05, 06, and I started getting work in like fucking 09, 2010. They were like, oh my God, they fucking pay for John Travolta's jet fuel. He got in his own fucking, you know, to do like one of those Hogs movies, like riding on a motorcycle. He'd be, okay, you gotta pay for my 747. They're like, oh, John, goes without saying. Goes without saying. I'm going to fly back and forth from the set on the weekend in my own 747, 12 hour. Hey, whatever you want. We'll build a fucking airfield for you right next to when we do Staying Alive. We'll fucking do like when you hear some, I mean, I'm obviously exaggerating to a certain level, but like some of the budgets that were around and the way that they burned through fucking money. And now it all just, it's like it's the Serengeti during the dry season and all the fucking lions and fucking everybody's drinking
Serengeti.
But don't they still make big movies now? I mean, don't all these like blockbuster
they
movies,
do that.
They still make...
No, but if you notice, but there's like, it's not just a Tom Cruise movie. There'll be like fucking all these other people pile, like those superhero movies. There's like there's someone who used to be able to carry a movie in each slot.
Right.
I'm not saying they still don't get movies. It's just like, it's just dried up. And this people in the industry told.
Men in Black 3 star Will Smith forced to move his huge $2 million trailer as New York residents complain.
Look at that
trailer.
His gym, just for working out.
That's just his gym?
Yeah, he had another trailer too.
Holy shit.
Hanging out or whatever.
Kevin James had a trailer just for working out. When we did Zookeeper together, he had a full gym in a trailer that you rent. I mean, it had a fucking tanning booth in it. That was for Here Comes the Boom. For Here Comes the Boom, he had to get in shape because he was playing a guy who became a UFC
I like that
fighter.
movie.
Fun movie.
He did a great job.
Yeah, he did. He lost his shit. Started drinking kale shakes in the morning and working out constantly, so we had a full gym.
Nothing will get you in shape like knowing you're going to have to take your shirt off in a movie. Nothing will motivate you like, fuck this.
Yeah, definitely help.
Give me all the green shit you got. I will fucking drink that to when you were asleep, and it convinced you that you were going to have to take your shirt off in a movie, like the level of shape that Americans would get into. I think would be crazy.
Do you? What about Bert Kreischer? I can albino deer.
Like if you ever get to the level, if you're bored with just, you know, and you want to go for the ultimate prey, like that's the head you want on your wall. You want Bert Kreischer. Bert is like, yeah, he has...
That's a good idea, Rich.
I don't know how he's wired, but like...
It's a nice idea.
He does not... I would love to ask... You have to ask him that. Ask him, Bert, what humiliates you? Like that dude is really just like fearless.
Well, he's definitely fearless in taking his shirt off. Takes his shirt off every show. Like immediately. Takes his shirt off and then puts his hat back
has
on.
a fucking chaps on.
Yeah, chaps.
He did that at the goddamn comedy jam. No, he came. Oh, I remember. I had to follow him. He went out and he did Red Hot Chili Peppers, Give It Away Now, and came out with just his junk and convinced everyone else in the band to do it.
And they did it?
Most of them didn't want to do it. He's fucking Bert. He led him over the hill like in Braveheart. They all walked out with their socks. And I'm sitting there like, how the fuck am I going to follow this?
And what did you have to say?
Oh, I don't sing.
Did you play the drums?
I just play drums.
You can't go wrong, though. And you're back there with the drums, you could follow that. It's not the same.
I never knew Bill Burr played drums.
The level of energy and the level of the crowd being like, dude, what the fuck? The show's over, dude. The show is over.
Why did they have him go last?
That's the exact question I asked Josh Adam Myers, who also does a voice. On he does Howlin' Hank, the DJ. Yeah, the remember when he came up with the DJ character, I'm like, I got the guy with the perfect voice. Yeah, I don't know why. I should have been going on last. I think it's like they view that show more like how many years have you been doing stand-up. It's like, no, this is not a stand-up. This is a music show. Who has the most musical ability or like is going to make the crowd go the craziest? I mean, come on, dude. Even if you didn't know anything about show business, these guys are going to come out with nothing but socks on their dicks. That's going last.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what I would say if I was scheduling.
I can't remember what I did after that.
Played the drums.
Well, I did enough stand-up to try to make them forget about what they saw before that, but I don't remember what song I played.
So that show has stand-up too? Like you do a little stand-up as well?
Yeah, well, the way it started out was you would come out and just talk about how much you love music, and then you talk about the awful band you played in, or some of the concerts you went to, or Rockstar that they meant something to you, and what you got inspired to do. Well, there you go. That's me trying to be Steven Adler with the tattoo, the heart tattoo. So I probably played either Welcome to the Jungle or Paradise City on that one. It's fun as shit, dude. And the reason why I dress up like the drummers is because I don't want people to think that, you know, I play drums good enough where people will be like, wait, does this guy think he's good?
Look at Bert.
Huh? Yeah, there you go.
He's in a bikini.
I'm trying to find the sock.
That was before the weight loss challenge, too.
Yep.
He put most of that weight back on, though. Tommy didn't. I went to Tommy's house the other day to do his podcast, Segura. He looks fucking great. He's lost more weight.
Guys, this is going to be the end of our live stream today for right now. I'm going to go home, ice my foot because it's killing me. I'll be back later on, probably between like 4 and 5 on Pay to Drive, and I guess we'll ride out the night on there with more of these, ride-alongs, I should say. And that'll be it. So I know I set a goal of 42 likes or whatever, but I should have started earlier, but I didn't think it was going to be this dead, at this time, but I should have known. Every day is different. But on that note, guys, drop a like on the way out. Let's see if we can go for 20. We'll see what happens. We're at 15 right now. Get that money, get that honey, keep hustling, keep bustling, and I'll see you guys a little later on Pay to Drive. Thanks for tuning in to Team PTD. And if you're watching to the end, comment checkpoint 4 down below. Peace out, guys. See you later. Later.